Thank you, everyone, for staying with us. There was a list called the Unity List. That was not the only list we understand that was being given around to delegates on the day, but it's perhaps the popular list on the ground. So a lot of people were aggrieved on that list. The list had names of preferred candidates in the race in all of the positions that were up for the election yesterday, and a lot of people were aggrieved on this one. Let's get started on how these could mar the exercise, or what some people say that exactly was an accolade for the PDP yesterday. My guest, Mr. Daniel Bwala, a lawyer and a political analyst, and Ariyo Atoye, a member of the PDP Reform Group, both of them talking to us on this one. Thank you so much for staying with us. If you look at it, you saw the Unity List?
I saw it.
I saw it too.
You saw it too. You saw it on the ground.
Yeah.
So what do you make of that list? That was not the only list, I understand.
Yeah, for me, I think it's totally undemocratic. The only thing is just that they are trying to realign one way or the other, because, you know, you had about 80-something, if not close, about 90 persons contesting for various offices. They were trying to harmonize, and that was how some persons came about their own Unity List. And believe me sincerely, that's not how to run a party, politics.
But,
and I just
a moment. I understand that that's not the only list. So the Unity List generated from where?
Yeah, you know, the allegation is that the Unity List, unfortunately, the one...
Maybe the way they went about it was wrong.
It's the expo.
You know, he's a lawyer. It is not as if it's something illegal for you to have a Unity List. But the moral side of it, just like you observed, is that you don't need to bring that into the convention ground. That was the mistake.
Into the convention ground?
Yes, because
give it because the delegates added, and they went to the polling booth.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there are going to be a point of convergence among some aspirants that we are supporting each other, us trading kind of. But, you know, my own concern was that let's even look at the electoral process. And I think probably maybe they will be able to learn from this. Conclude everything 1 week before election, so that you'll be able to print the names of these aspirants on the ballot paper. What I think I saw yesterday was that people were giving biro to be writing the name of each aspirant on the ballot paper, which, for instance, because of the uneducated delegates, it's going to be very difficult for them. That was why they generated...
to have the 21 or so...
That's exactly why they generated the Unity List. But ordinarily, it would have been better and safer for them to have what you call the name of the aspirant printed against each office. You understand? So that would have been better. But they didn't do that. What they did was just to leave a space, a blank space for people to write. And it's going to be very difficult.
Let me be very honest with you.
Okay.
The Unity List is a fraud. And I will tell you why. If you are a delegate and you've been preparing for a delegate conference, even if the aspirants are 1,000, you ought to have studied and know who you're going to vote. And on the day when you are given this whatever voting card or whatever voting system, you will see the names and then you will choose the person you are voting for. But this idea of the Unity List is because of the money back politics. That if we give this group this amount of money, you must vote for this list. And that is very wrong for the polity. We are not making a progress. Whichever group that come up with whatever name or nomenclature of a list, it is very, very damaging to the image of that party. And the individuals whose names were not in those lists, who tried their best and could not win, they will have every justification under the heaven to assume that they were rigged out.
Okay, we take a moment. Let's listen to some of the grievances. But I will bring one of the candidates that his name was not on the Unity List. He's here with me in the studio. But let's listen to the grievances of Chief Raymond Dokpesi and one of the other candidates. That man will join us on set now.
Is to show very clearly that the process that is going on is very seriously mad. You know, this is the height of impunity. This is the height of impunity. I think if PDP, if governors, if this party has gotten to this level, I think we should ask for gasket to bury PDP, because I can't see any reason why somebody will spend all his life, his time, purchase form, canvass for vote, travel all the length and breadth of this country. At the end of the day, you will be in the comfort of your parlor. You will write the list, and you will come here, and you will just say these are the people that have won, and you just make us to believe that there is a convention, and the convention should involve exercising your franchise, where people will be allowed to vote for you, and you will be allowed to accept the outcome when it is fair and credible. So, to the best of the ability of the youth of this country, PDP has failed. And if this result will be accepted, I think that we should have a long way to go in this country. Thank you very much. Yes, I am calling for the outright cancellation.
There you have it. Let's bring one man who contested for the Deputy National Treasurer of the People's Democratic Party is Mr. Aminu Bwala. He joins us now. He's one of those who are aggrieved about this process. His name was not on the unity list. He lost out in this race, and we'll find out what exactly is his stand. Thank you so much, Mr. Bwala, for joining us on the program.
Thank you,
How come your name did not appear on the unity list?
Well, I don't believe in unity list. People that you see they are in that list, they are the people that think that they will lose the election. And we believe that we win this election, we even don't look at it. Imagine the convention started just peacefully. Immediately after they said, "Look, come and start voting," we saw people distributing this list. So that was how the thing I'm disappointed. Honestly, I'm disappointed. But one thing that I thank God is, out of that, I got 878 votes. 878.
878 votes.
Yes.
And in all of this, yourself and some other people that the names are not on the unity list, which faction or which group do you belong to? Do you belong to the Adeniro group?
I don't belong to any group.
Do you support the Adeniro group?
Well, I can support the Adeniro to become a chairman, but I am not in that group. You know, what happened was, let me give you an example. Like me now, in the Northwest, we have 4 positions. National Secretary of the party is zoned to zone. Deputy National Treasurer of the party, the one that contested. Then Deputy National Legal Advisor. Then National Woman Leader. So the zonal officers or the zonal stakeholders sat down and zoned the same micro-zone, the same positions to 7 states in the zone. Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, to produce a woman leader. Kano, Jigawa, because we have a deputy national vice chairman, is from Jigawa, Ambassador Kazaure. So they gave national secretary of the party to Kaduna and Katsina.
But in essence, in all of this, what are you going to do now? You have been voted out.
I've been voted out.
You are not on the unity list.
I'm not on the unity list.
Now you are not on the working committee of the party. You are not in the executives of the party. What are you going to do?
Well, you know, by the virtue of the constitution of the party, there is no appeal committee like in the various elections. So it's we only forward our grievances to the BOT. I'm a peacemaker. We are here to build this party. We are young.
Do you think this presents a lot of danger for the PDP?
Of course, of course.
Do you think the party can get out of this in any time soon?
Well, we are hoping that, yes, this party will be strong, and we are facing election in 2019. But I'm appealing to our leaders, because if you look at the way people are accusing PDP of impunity and imposition. And we have not learned our lesson. Recently, we came out from a litigation for 2 years.
Do you think that people bought votes for this election? Do you think delegates were paid money to vote?
Of course, they were paid money.
As much as how much?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Just before we round up and go on break, your final thoughts on this one, Mr. Bwala.
Right. I don't want PDP to think of going to court or try to create a problem, because if they toe on that part, they are not likely to go anywhere. But the mistake has been made. Now it is to go to the drawing board and see how they can re-strategize. The only concern I have now is that the shift in balance, PDP will be confronted with the problem of having to choose a running mate from the southwest, and that means they will lose the votes in the southeast.
Mr. Daniel Bwala, a regular analyst on the program, and Mr. Aminu Bala, who ran the Deputy National Treasurer position of the People's Democratic Party. Thank you so much for talking to us. We'll take a moment, but when we come back, there's going to be a big burden on the People's Democratic Party going forward. They have a brand new leadership, a brand new challenge confronts the party. We'll discuss that, plus the body of how to bring the Southwest into the front.